Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Common Sense Guy, and today we're going to be doing a video about consent. But consent for babies to be able to get their nappies changed by their parents. Yeah, let's get into this, shall we?
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I cut my arm bleeding. This is my last resort.
So, we're going to go on to the Daily Mirror. So, we're on themirror.co.uk on this one. So, let's read the title, shall we? Sorry, I find this very, very funny, simply because of lots of reasons. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm going to change your nappy. Is that okay? Expert claims parents should ask babies for permission before changing their diaper. Yeah. Dean Carson said it's important to use eye contact to teach infants their response matters, but viewers have been left dumbfounded by her ideas. Yeah, let me change your really crappy nappy, my little darling. Oh, you're telling me no? That's alright. I'll let you walk and crawl and do everything you want. Why, you still got shit in your nappy. I'll then get my baby taken away from me because, not taking the nappy off. Because let's be honest, if we were trying to give consent and trying to read what consent is from a child, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to want to do much. Like most children, and most people, they don't want to do stuff. But, let's get our children taken off of us because, consent, children. Yeah, that fucking funny, that fucking weird. Let's move on, shall we? A must-see. What we can do is, very, very soon, I will play that video towards the end. But I want to get through the actual article. So we're going to play that video and we're going to see how it actually happens. And what she actually says and how she says it. I think it's a she. I'm not 100% sure. I'm guessing it is. But whatever. Let's carry on. Oh, advertisement. Sexuality expert has said parents should ask babies for their permission before changing their nappies in order to set up a culture of consent from birth. Really? Surely I understand about teaching consent from the ages of 3, 4 and 5 upwards. Fair enough, as in this is yours, this isn't yours, you need to ask permission to use it. You can't ask a baby to give consent. They can't give consent. They do not speak. They do not understand you. Even from a legal standpoint, even if this was to somehow come into fucking fruition, this would never be able to stand up in court because babies cannot give verbal or non-verbal communication. I.e., they can't give fucking consent. Diane Carson, who describes herself on Twitter as a sexuality educator, speaker and author, made the claim while speaking on ABC in footage above, which we will get to very soon. She said she works with children from 3 years old on issues surrounding consent, but added that parents are advised to introduce ideas much earlier. Diane recognised that babies are unable to give an answer, but said it's important to use eye contact to teach them their response matters. But you just contradicted yourself by saying that babies can't give a response in any sort of form or any sort of format, so how can they have a response? Or are you just being retarded? On a segment aired on consent laws, she said, "We work with children from 3 years old. We work from parents from birth." Okay, fair fair enough. You would like to think you work from parents from birth, wouldn't you? So a couple of pictures, weird pictures. The reporter seemed confused and asked, from birth? Yes, just about how to set up a culture of consent in their homes. So I'm going to change your nappy now. Is that okay? Diane responded. Of course, a baby is not going to respond, yes, Mum, that's awesome, I'd love to have my nappy changed. No, they're not going to respond at all. They're not even going to go goo goo gaga or even try and flirt their eyes with you. They're not going to blink once for yes and twice for fucking no, are they? They're not in a hostage situation. They're fucking babies. I really can't believe that this is the standards that we are now slipping to. The fact that the countries in general, and this is in America, by the way, and was on national telly, and this is absolutely fucking retarded. It's absolutely fucking amazing to me. This cannot be the point where we start going, we need consent for everything. Let's take a dog for a walk. Let me just ask the dog to see if the dog wants to go for a walk. Do you want to go for a walk, boy? Do you want to go for a walk? If you do that, a dog is normally going to go yes. Same as if you go walkies, a dog is going to go yes. If you do anything where you go, I'm going to spike your drink now, dog. I'm going to spike your drink now. The dog is going to get used to the way that you say things and is going to be excited by the way you say it. The dog doesn't understand what's going on. Same as the baby doesn't. The baby doesn't know what the fuck's going on. I don't understand how people can do this and actually think that this is something that's worth fucking doing. I really, really don't. But if you leave space and wait for body language, which is not going to fucking happen because, you know, babies can't even interact with what you're saying or even understand or comprehend with what you're saying because for a start, they can't even fucking see your face. Can't even hear you properly. But, you know, let's ask consent because everybody should get consent. I really don't get that one. And wait to make eye contact, then you're letting the child know that their response matters. No, you're interpreting that they're now understanding what's going on when they're not actually going on or understanding what's going on. They're not giving you permission or the go-ahead. You are, in fact, by your own definition, raping a child. I thought I'd put that out there. Because of how stupid it fucking is. Many viewers seem confused by her suggestion, with Twitter users saying, I'm not hearing this right, surely. I am dumbfounded. One wrote, if this doesn't qualify for lefty lunacy. Exactly. I noticed that they did a ... meaning there was a hell of a lot more that they wrote. Really weird. Another agreed, adding, absolute lunacy. The world has gone completely mad. And I have to say, I completely not agree.
How young are some of the children you talk to?
We work from children from 3 years old. We work with parents from birth.
From birth?
Yeah. Just about how to set up a culture of consent in their homes. So I'm going to change your nappy now. Is that okay? Of course, the baby's not going to respond. Yes, Mum, that's awesome. I'd love to have my nappy changed. But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make eye contact, then you're letting that child know that their response matters.
Trying to get a response from a baby. You can't get a response from a baby. You've even said this in the story, in the actual process of what you're actually talking about, actually in the interview, saying that the babies can't actually give a response. You're looking for eye contact, which is just fucking weird. Why would you want to have eye contact while you're asking a child, a baby that can't even respond to you, trying to look for some sort of form of communication or interaction between you two? To get the interaction and the actual consent that you want, you're not going to be able to get, not unless you're changing nappies at the ages of 2 and 3, things like that. Then you might get some sort of form of consent. But then that beggars the question. If babies, for instance, were able to give consent, if they were, and we were to put that into law, how does that even work? Does that mean that if a baby does not want to have their nappy changed and they're covered in shit everywhere, does that mean that if they kept on saying no, that they would actually be able to have that, and if it was ever to go anywhere, that would be the point that mummy and daddy are not allowed to change nappy because baby said so? Really? I thought that was the point in having fucking parents. I thought that was the whole actual reason of having parents look after a child. The fact that the state wants to get involved now with everything that seems to be from a young age. Or we need to teach the baby consent. Or teach the baby consent from the age of 3 onwards or 4 onwards. Don't teach it from the age of 0. It can't learn that. It doesn't even have the processor to understand what language is. It doesn't even have the process to be able to see its mother or father at that point. They're just blurs. For the fact that you're supposed to be this sexuality fucking teacher, why the hell are you trying to infer that there's sexuality in changing a fucking nappy? Weirdo. On that point, I'm going to go. So with that all being said, I think it's best for me to say au revoir, farewell, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, I'll see you all again. But first of all, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this video, and don't forget to check out my new videos. See you all again real soon. Bye bye for now.